Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to watch this movie review from start to finish. Are you
And
ready?
like,
Mission Impossible Fallout is directed by Christopher McQuarrie and stars Tom Cruise, Henry Cavill, Rebecca Ferguson, Ving Rhames, Simon Pegg, Angela Bassett, and so much more. And this is the sixth movie in the Mission Impossible franchise, and somehow they managed to top themselves once again. Today I'm joined by Ariq Andria, one of the four councilmen from our own Councilman podcast. And we recently just finished watching Mission Impossible Fallout in an amazing cinema, by the way, with 360-degree speaker, which just enhanced the experience. So, Arik, I want to hear it from you first. What are your thoughts on this movie?
well, based on my experiences from watching previous Mission Impossible movies, I actually find it like, all in all, I just find it like a really good action movie. Like an enjoyable action movie. Yeah, and in comparison to the whole series, it's actually quite decent. It's actually really good. It's quite decent. I actually like it a lot. Surprisingly, I thought it was just like another cash grab, but no,
Mm.
it's good. It's good. I recommend.
Yeah, the first of all, we have to talk about the action. The action pieces in this movie were amazing. Just when you look back to the history of Mission Impossible movies, first of all, Mission Impossible 4, the Abu Dhabi scene, that's incredible. How do you top
Yeah.
that? Then they go to Mission Impossible 5, Tom Cruise hanging from the side of a plane, which he doesn't use stunt double, of course. How do you top that? And of course, in this movie, as you see on the trailer, he's hanging from a freaking helicopter without stunt double also. And there is so much more action pieces. You got hand-to-hand combat, and which Henry Cavill is super badass in this movie. You got car chases, you got shootouts, you got the regular chases. By that I mean like people running, chasing each other. You got chases in the air. All type of action is here. Not only that, it's shot very well. Cinematography is amazing, which just enhance experience of the action, which is just superbly incredible.
That's exactly the reason why I found the movie extremely extremely done well, because they were able to include everything from what you've mentioned before: car chases, parkour, the air flying scenes, like basically like every single action that they've done in previous series, they included in here. Yeah, that's what they did. That's why I was like shook. It's like, oh, that's so cool. I can't believe they were able to pull this off.
Yeah, actually, I was just thinking about it. This movie has such incredible action. I would even say this is one of the most amazing action movies since Mad Max Fury Road. Do you think that's an overstatement from my end? But I'm not kidding though. The action is incredible. Not only that, the stakes are so high because one of the things that I think the movie did very well in this one is they managed to tie it back in, and continuity for once in a Mission Impossible movie is back.
Mhm.
Because when you look back at the previous Mission Impossible movies, usually they don't really have continuity. Like they just have the characters and the cast that come back, but like storylines they don't really connect.
Yeah, yeah.
In
It's
this
just like
one, it's slightly connect, and everything the characters came back, and that helps make the stakes much higher, which is a brilliant part on their end. And due to the stakes and the twists and the turns that every Mission Impossible movie have, it really leaves you guessing what would happen next, and it really just enhanced the action that much more.
yeah, that's true. And I'm pretty sure the another important question is basically how will they top the action? Basically said they top every action with every single movie. What's Mission Impossible 7 gonna be? Riding a rocket.
Yeah, but I personally really love the action in this one. Once again, like I said, one of the best action movies I've seen in a while. And not only that, the story, even though it's complex, the story is amazing. It is not my favorite story personally of the Mission Impossible franchise. The third one is still my favorite story of the franchise. But the story is great and the execution is better. I really love what Christopher McQuarrie did in this one. And yeah, the stakes are real high.
I did find this story. I don't know. I would assume like people who don't exactly follow the movies, they might find it like very confusing on what's happening. And I don't know that. I just have a feeling that's the case because I could understand why. I find it a little bit confusing sometimes. If you don't pay
Yeah,
attention, at least if you don't pay attention that much.
yeah, I do agree with you. Some because the twists and turns, sometimes the plot might be a bit confusing, but I feel like as a general, most moviegoers will be able to follow. Because even though I say there is continuity, it's not like you will not understand at all because they sort of explain some of the stuff that happened in the previous movies and tie it back in.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because of the part when you said before about they're trying to tie in the whole series, I think that's like the a bit confusing part. I think because you
Mm.
know they're trying to relate everything back. You know, it's not just a random action movie. Well, not
Yeah,
really, I guess.
yeah, that's fair because I just rewatched the whole franchise like a few weeks ago, so it's still kind of fresh in my mind. So maybe people who haven't seen the whole thing, they'll still enjoy it, but probably not to the same level as like it's just an extra treat, if you watch the whole thing. And we cannot like not talk about Mission Impossible franchise without talking about the music. The music is a classic. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it fits so great, and I love the music composition in this one, and the performance is also amazing. You said it earlier, Tom Cruise, he does his stunts, and how do you top that? And his performance is great. I really like Henry Cavill in this movie and his role. He did amazing in it.
Yep,
And
yep, agree.
Rebecca Ferguson was great. Vanessa Kirby, which is in this one, she didn't have that much of a big role, but I feel like she did amazing for what she did. What do you think about that?
So far, the character roles, yeah, I actually do enjoy them. And I think the I forgot what his name is. Simon Pegg's character. I don't know why. I just like him so much. Like he
It's
developed. What was the name? I can't remember.
um, it is Benji. Benji.
Benji. Benji. Yeah, I don't know why. He's kind of like my favorite character simply because he's
He's kind of like
developed.
comic relief though.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's the point, I think.
But he's also developing. Amazing.
Yeah, but I guess the main thing why I enjoy this movie so much is just like I said, the action is superbly incredible, but the stakes is what makes this movie work because you know the characters and you care about the characters for the most part, and they set it up early in the movie declaring like, oh, anything could happen, so you really don't know what's going on, and it leaves you hanging at the edge of your seat. That's the best part for me. What are
Yeah,
your closing thoughts of this one, Arik?
it is an extremely good movie. Yes, as I said already. It has a lot of good points in there, like a lot of action, proper. I would say I like the casting. I love the casting. The acting is great. Performance is great. Cinematography is great and all that. The only thing I just find the movie is that it's not exactly what you call like the most memorable. Like I can't remember. I don't know. Like let's say a famous quote from that movie. Now I can't remember anything from that. But I guess as an action movie, it's done extremely well. Actually, I like it. It's simple, but it's complicated. It's hard to explain, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's fair. Would you say that this is your favorite of the Mission Impossible franchise?
Oh, hang on.
I'll let you think of. I'll get back to you about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'll say my final thoughts. But yeah, once again, the action is incredible. It leaves you hanging at the edge of your seats. It's story driven. It have amazing action, but the movie is story driven, not action pieces all the time like the Fast and Furious series. Here's a comparison to it, which is why it's engaging and the performance are great, great music. And just to say, this is my favorite Mission Impossible movie. Even though I've just seen it and I know I'm on the hype of it, but I'm very sure that this is my favorite because my before this my favorite was Mission Impossible. What's the fourth one? Ghost Protocol. Ghost
Yeah,
Protocol is
yeah.
my favorite. It's now it's Mission Impossible Fallout, Ghost Protocol, Mission Impossible 3, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, which is the fifth one. The first one, and then the very horrible that I dislike at all, Mission Impossible 2.
Now the thing is, I've never watched Mission Impossible 1, so I can't exactly give a score on that. And I can't exactly remember the rest of the Mission Impossible series. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. Well, I don't even remember when the last time I watched a Mission Impossible movie. But
So you cannot say this is your favorite.
however, I can like narrow it down to two. I do remember the third one really well. My
Okay.
my family actually really likes that one. And Fallout because I just watched it because we just watched it a few hours ago. I'm still conflicted. I cannot decide which is better for me, with Mission Impossible 3 or Mission Impossible Fallout. It's like they're equally good, but they're done very differently. You know what I mean?
Fair. So what's your final score for this one?
For Mission Impossible Fallout, I would give it a seven. No, yeah, 7.8 out of 10.
7.8. Okay. Well, yeah, as you can tell, I really enjoyed this movie. I'm giving it an 8.9. It's definitely
Oh,
my top five of the year so far. I'm not kidding. I really enjoyed the hell out of this movie.
sounds fair. Seems fair. Yeah.
Yeah, eight, seven.
Um,
You got 7.8. I
I
got
would, I
8.9.
would,
So it's
I
pretty
would.
much on the high side overall.
If people are wondering why I give it, the score is a bit. I mean, not a bit, quite a lot lower than Albert, is simply because I mentioned before it wasn't exactly the most memorable, and for me, just like for me, I find it personally, it's a little bit too long. 2 hours and 30 minutes. It's quite a long movie. I
Yeah,
mean, I know they have to make it that long to make all the action and all the story fit in. I know, I understand that, but fair enough, right? But still, yeah, it's just that's the only two major problems. But everything else, it's actually done really well.
yeah. For a 2 hour 30 minutes movie, I don't feel like it was that long. For me, I feel like it goes on quite well. But yeah, for you guys watching, if you have seen this movie, what are your thoughts on this movie? Tell me in the comment section below. If you have not, just tell me which Mission Impossible movie is your favorite. Tell me in the comment section below for that. And Ariq, thank you for joining me. Where can the people find you online, or maybe or Instagram or something?
Yeah, you can find me at in Instagram at Ariq Andria, or you guys are gamers, you can add me on Steam, Killhunter 87345.
And yes, of course, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at javradharma. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you want to see the channel to grow. And don't forget to subscribe because I make movie reviews like this all the time, trailer reaction, all those kind of stuff. So yes, don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment. And once again, thank you, Ariq, for joining me. And yeah, until next time, guys, we are out.
This video will self-destruct in 5, 4, 3,
No.
2, 1.